Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to do a video on a King's 200 amp hour lithium battery. Now I've been very interested myself on how much capacity these things have. Now before I go ahead any further, I would personally like to thank Luke Joyce for providing this battery. He actually loaned it to me to do this video. His YouTube name is Toot and Lou, and he's followed my channel for a couple of years apparently, and I'm totally chuffed at that. Mate, it was very nice to meet you. Thank you very much for this. This would not be possible without you loaning me this battery. Now, this was brand new in the box, so he hasn't even used this battery yet, so this is the first time it's ever been used. Now I'll just show you some specifications. It's got a max recharge of 150 amp, and it's got a maximum discharge of 150 amp, and it'll pump out 300 amps at 10 seconds, so it's got quite a high capacity. So now I'll just put a 100 amp hour battery next to this just to show you a comparison of size. So that's 100 amp there, so I'll put that in line there. I'll just show you how much extra space you need. Just show you the width as well. Yeah, so they are about 30 mil wider. Height-wise is actually a bit lower because the terminal's actually recessed into the top of the battery, as you can see there. So just something to consider if you're going to go to a 200 amp hour battery. If you're jumping from 100 amp, that's the size difference you're looking at. Now, sorry about any background noise. It's just very hard to do videos at the moment with construction going on next door. Once this battery's charged, I'll put the capacity tester on and we'll see how we go. Okay viewers, now the battery's completely charged. I will run a capacity test on this battery and we'll see what battery capacity this thing has. Capacity tester is connected up, draining 10 amps constantly. So I will periodically come back and check on the progress as we go on. Starting the test now. Okay. And we'll see how we go. This is going to be very interesting. So with this battery, you can connect 4 together, either in parallel or in series. So you can go 800 amp hours or you can go up to 48 volts. And it's stating here this battery weighs 23 kilos. In 2 hours and we got 20 amp hours drained. We've gone 3 hours and we've discharged 30 amp hours. Okay, I'll come back in the morning now. I've got to head to work. I got called in. I'll come back first thing in the morning and we'll see where we're at then. Good morning viewers. We are still going with our test on the King's lithium battery. And we're up to 167 amp hours. Been going 16 hours, 43 minutes so far. And we're 190 amp hours at 19 hours. So hopefully this will go for another hour. Okay, good stuff. We are at 200 amp hours. It has taken 20 hours to hit 200 amp hours. We're still going. I'll let it go now to the end until the BMS trips out, and we'll see what the total reading is, but I'm pretty sure Luke would be wrapped that he has a 200 amp hour battery. On the day I did this test, it was on the 13th of September. This was the price of this battery. It was $8.99. So that is a pretty good price for a 200 amp hour battery. And it is 200 amp hours. At the end of the test, we had 2,467.2 watt hours. We got our 200 amp hours and it took 20 hours, 5 minutes, 49 seconds. It was quite a lengthy process, but it's great news. So before I started the test on this battery, I charged this battery and put almost 105 amp hours into this battery. So this battery comes about 50% charged when you receive it, and you will need to charge this battery before your first use. Now I'm going to show you how this battery performs on discharging 150 amps. So to Luke's battery, I've got the inverter connected. So I've got positive to the positive of the inverter, negative I'm running through the Victron wireless shunt right into the inverter. So I've got a 3000 watt inverter connected to this battery. Now just note, this inverter is way too big for one of these batteries. So if you're going to have a 3000 watt inverter, you'll need two of these batteries. I'm only doing this for demonstration purposes only. This will not be run at full power. It'll only be run at around 150 amps. Just to show you, give you an example of the discharge capability of this battery. I've got a shunt connected to this battery, so I can measure the power that's going through. Now to turn the inverter on, the inverter's sitting doing nothing, so we're just sitting under an amp. Just switched on. Okay, I've got connected a low power kettle. This is not a full size jug like this. This is probably 2100 watts. This is only 850 to 900. The toaster is around 700. So we'll try these two to start with. Right, and then I have a drill, a 750 watt drill in the background, just in case I need a bit more power to show you how this can discharge. Okay, I'll turn the jug on to start with. That's this kettle here. 930 watts. Okay, so she's pulling that, 72 amps. I'm going to do the toaster. And then we're at 133 amps. Okay, we're at 1660 watts. Just with these two appliances. That's what we're doing. A toaster, you can see the toaster's heating up there, and the kettle is still going. You can see there, 132 amps. Okay, now I'll just try the drill. Sorry about the noise, guys. We'll just kick it up to 150 amps. As you see there, I'm a bit over. I'm at 2000 watts. So I've got a jug, a toaster, a 700 watt drill. Sorry about the noise, but that battery didn't hesitate. I'll turn these things off now. Okay, so that was just a quick demonstration how well this battery can discharge. Anyway, that'll give you some idea on what you can do with this battery. I'm not sure what cells are in this, if they're prismatic or if they're cylinder cells. The 120 amp seem to be the prismatic cells. This one, it doesn't say anything on the box about it or on the website. So I don't know what sort of cells are in this battery. This would run a 1500 watt inverter, no problem, being the 150 amp discharge. If you got a 3000 watt inverter, you would need two of these. But anyway, I hope this video was as interesting for you as it was for me. I have always wondered how these batteries went. I have seen these for $12.99 at times. Now I thought, wow, that's a bit steep, but $8.99, that's a pretty good buy, I reckon, for these. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later. Bye.